Hello everyone, welcome back to technically the final part of the story of Prince of Persia. Sands of Time. So, pretty big thing happened. Farah died. That was a thing. We kind of expected that to happen. Come on, you must have. I mean, she stole the dagger. She don't know how to fight. She used up all the sands. I'm not really surprised, really. And as he was saying, he cannot bring back the dead. But that's not entirely true now, is it? You have the Dagger of Time. But unfortunately, he can't just rewind because he didn't have any sand. He can only rewind a certain part. So he can't rewind far enough to actually save her. So, yeah. Pretty cutscene heavy.
No.
Haha.
Spoiler alert, she lives. So, doesn't matter. It's time, man, time. Anyway, he's still trying to persuade the prince. He's saying things, come on, give me the dagger. I'll give you something, I'll give you something. When I first saw this scene, I was like, he's going to stab him, isn't he? He's so angry, he's going to stab him. But no, he actually finally listens to Farah and plunges the dagger back into the hourglass. And you can probably guess what's going to happen now. Everything reverts back. I kind of like this. It shows you bits and clips of everything that you've done, which is kind of nice, like rewind and stuff. So all the enemies you fought and everything, the cutscenes and everything, all the way back to the beginning. Now, if you remember, this is actually in the intro, the cutscene. He gets up, he wakes up with a dagger, he's running through the rain, but we don't know why. This is what happened, basically. So what he has to do, he has to go find Farah now, because she is alive again, because he still remembers, because whoever holds the dagger remembers everything, but she doesn't, of course, because she died, and, well, she doesn't have the dagger, so... Now, I don't know if the Vizier remembers, but he acts like he does, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, but there you go. And here's Farah.
This belongs to you.
The Dagger of Time. But it is locked away within my father's treasure vault. How?
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong.
Yeah, so this becomes a staple within the Prince of Persia series. He said this at the beginning as well, where he says, "Sit down, I will tell you a tale like no other." This is the tale we've gone through. You know, he said that at the beginning, and this is who he was talking to. He was talking to Farah, basically. He was telling Farah the story that they both went.
Yeah.
But of course, like you'd expect, like most common people, how could you believe such a thing? Although it does make you, you'd think she might question, how did you get that dagger? But then she probably thought, oh, you could have stole it. But there was no way you could have. And of course, right on cue.
Persian soldier, lusting for glory, entered the chambers of the Maharaja's daughter, and
Now he knows that he's got the dagger. So I don't know whether he remembers or not. I'm not sure. But even if he doesn't, let's just say he believes his story, because he's aware of the Dagger of Time. He knows what he can do. But anyway, boss time. So we get to finally fight the Vizier. Anyway, I messed up there. Rewinded for no reason. He hides behind the windows and the curtains, and then he summons a clone in his place, because he's old. He's old and cryptic, and he can't fight. So I guess he like summons a clone so that it can fight in its place. And for some reason, it's like healthy. Anyway, it's not super hard. It's more just annoying. he blocks a lot.
All will happen as I have foretold.
So you can try and counter, but he does block a hell of a lot. I would recommend running over him as much as possible, but he does block that as well. So really, it's just trial and error. Just keep doing it until you eventually find
What I told
an
you was
opening.
no story.
Just keep pounding the shit.
Yeah, just keep doing what you've been doing. Hack and slash. But anyway, so there's a small conversation going on here.
Will happen.
He's trying to explain to Farah that, you know, no, he's not a bad person. He's telling the truth. The Vizier's like, come on, you can't believe him. La 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 la. Anyway, once you take down his clone,
Most amusing.
he keeps mocking me. He keeps mocking the prince. Keeps saying, you know, oh, you know, you're amusing. Your story's amusing. La la la. Whatever.
He's a judge.
So summons another clone, and Farah's like, we should let her father
I
judge.
have commanded
But
him to stop.
at this point, the Vizier's like, I don't listen to you.
I've taken orders long enough. You senile fool and a sniveling.
It's rebellious, man.
Your father was a great warrior in his youth. Or
But,
so he would have the world believe.
Yeah,
Pity
it's not like a very, I want to say it's an anticlimactic boss fight. It's not like super hard or
Perhaps
anything.
father and
I
son
mean,
are.
we're beating an old man. What do you
It would appear
expect?
that both should have
Sounds
tasted
wrong.
Yeah. A very grumpy, angry
Waste
old
your
man.
breath.
But the reason why he wants the Dagger of Time, and this gets actually explained more in in Two Thrones. The Dagger of Time can make you immortal,
You could defeat me.
and that's why he wants it, because he's dying. I don't know why, but he's got some sort of illness,
Don't tire yourself.
and he's dying. So he wants the Dagger of Time so he can become immortal and live forever. That is why. And of course it doesn't happen yet. Spoilers alert. It doesn't happen yet. Or shall I say it doesn't happen in this game. But we'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, he does this 3 times, and then pretty much you can just, it goes into a cutscene and you can just pretty much just go from there. But I guess a small trick against this guy, you can slow down time, like I'm doing right here. It does help a little bit actually, so you can use that. You've got your dagger, so you got full bars. To be honest, I never used this. I never slowed down time much in this game, ironically enough, because you don't really need it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean you can use it against enemies. Oh, and there's a slight glitch here. It's slowing down, but it hasn't got the effects, so you can't really tell. Yeah, it's just a slight glitch, but
Right.
there we go. So after that, we can just basically swipe him through into a cutscene. Slow-mo! What a win. Oh, he fell for it.
How will
Prince is a pussy.
Yeah, he really,
Just get
he
knocked
really
down.
is.
Just
Yeah.
get knocked down by an old geezer.
I know.
son of his enemy?
The thing that makes me laugh is that it's like the Vizier's like, I'm gonna kill her, but he just stands there. So yeah, good luck with that. Just standing there. Anyway, let's go to town. Let's just hack and slash him until he goes down, and there you go. That's it.
I could have been immortal.
So yeah, like I said, that was pretty much it.
Then it's true.
Put it this way, the War of Inn and Two Thrones boss fights are much better than Sands of Time. But it's alright.
Guard it well.
I owe you thanks.
She still doesn't believe him.
But why did
But,
you invent such a fantastic
you know.
story? Do you think me a child that I would believe such nonsense?
Oh, cheeky prince.
I said I owe you thanks. You
Ah,
proceeded to
this
lie.
is the bit. Rewind.
Such a
This never
fantastic
happened.
story. Do you think me a child?
God damn, I wish I had that power. Put it that way. I would, the mistakes that I've made, I would undo them. I'd just be like, yeah, this never happened. Oh, yeah.
I don't even know your name.
Just call me Kakolukia.
And of course, he said the magic word so that she would believe him because she never told anyone. Now, so anyway, it's pretty much going to be credits now. So we can I'll kind of do like final thoughts and whatnot. But this game, I don't know if I mentioned, but this game was given to me actually many years ago by my neighbor. Story was that basically he was too young when his dad bought it for him, and he basically said, I was ironically enough 12 at the time because the game's a 12 plus, and he said, oh, I think you're old enough, aren't you? And I said, I'm 12, and he says, yeah, it's a 12 plus, and I was like, all right. And I didn't know what to think of it, and when I played it I couldn't put it down. So I have to be grateful for my neighbor actually to give me that, because I probably would have never have known Prince of Persia at all, and that got me into the series. I still probably overall, like, I probably prefer War Within, even though it is more edgy, as people will call it. It kind of goes for a different path. It's kind of like the whole Prince needs to redeem himself mission sort of thing in War Within. But overall, I think this game is still, it's still pretty good. It's got its problems. The combat's a bit slow. They do throw a herd of enemies, so if you're not someone who not really into repetitiveness, it could kind of grate on you, I guess, a little bit. But if you like God of War or something, then I can't see you not liking this game really, because this was out before God of War. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. I think this came first. God of War came later on. But well, overall, I guess what was your thoughts on, since you've seen it all now? What was your thoughts on the game, Jamie?
Yeah, it's pretty good because I did play most of it and I enjoyed it when I originally played it. And yeah, the last boss fight seemed a little anticlimactic though.
Yeah, like I say, it's probably the weakest of boss fights out of all three. I mean, in War of Id, we technically fight a god of sand, and by God, he is quite difficult. Or should I say, we fight we fight a goddess of sand and a god of sand, or a master of sand. I'm not sure. Well, it's kind of like, I don't know, he kind of is a god of sand. I can't remember what he called himself. It's like the guardian of sand, or the guardian of time, or something like that. But yeah, he's quite difficult. But there's technically two final bosses in War of Id, but we'll get to that. And in Two Thrones, I won't say much, but the Vizier is back in Two Thrones, and we get to fight him again. But the boss fight in that game is much better, put it that way. It's very hard, actually. Very, very hard. It's probably the most challenging boss fight out of the three games, but I guess that makes sense, I suppose. But like, compared to this Vizier, the one in Two Thrones is like, wow, like difficulty upgrade, definitely. But yeah, for its time, pretty good game. Nothing really too much more to say really on the matter. I'll leave it there and let you guys, I don't even know if there's any more credits actually. No, there is. Okay, so me and Jamie will leave you. Yeah, that's fine. Me and Jamie will leave it here. Hope you've enjoyed this playthrough, guys. Let you guys enjoy the credits, and yeah, we'll be doing War Within at some point, but not for a good while. But yeah, join us for the final extra part. Other than that, guys, we will see you later.
Goodbye.